I'm ChosenArchitect, and this is All the Mods 9. And is that X-ray over there? Today, we're back with some more All the Mods 9. And today, we're going to go back into the nether because last episode, we found the fortress, but I found out it's quite the fortress. And well, we're going to need a whole episode, I think, to explore this thing. Now, aside from that, we are going to work on some other stuff. And I did read you guys' comments. You guys were like, how come you haven't found Fred? And so I went and I grabbed Fred from the beginning, and we now have Fred at our base. And I'm super happy Fred is back. And Fred should not despawn. So I hope, because it's name tagged. All right, now let's take a look back at that fortress. So this is where we left off. Oh boy, does this place look crazy. And there's already loot chests just lingering about. Okay, yes. So I was able to clear out all of my inventory between last episode and this one. And well, there's a lot more for us to explore. We do need blaze rods. That is one of the main things that I'm going to need. So having access to this is going to be very nice. But I did go ahead and grab a night vision potion that we had from our loot chests. Ah, and that's so much better, right? So now we can see. Now we should be completely fire resistant. Yes, but we're not wither resistant. So wither attacks are going to hurt. But we should be able to avoid these guys and simply farm up some blaze rods. There we go. So I now have a few blaze rods, which is going to be very, very nice. But what is this whole dungeon area about? What is this fortress all about? And what else do we need to discover today? Well, that's going to be a few things, right? We need a few things. In our list here, it leads off to the netherite template, then leading us into netherite tools and also getting ancient debris along the way. So to be able to do this, we have to go to a bastion as well. So we're going to be bastion hunting today also. So along with this, we're going to be in for one heck of a ride. Now, what I'm wondering is how good is the loot here? Like, how good are these loot chests going to be that we're potentially going to find if whatever the loot chests are? I have no idea what they might be. Why is there a random block there? That's so weird. Yes, these guys shooting at us, not good. Fire charges, arrows. Okay, is there like more loot chests strung about? Oh, this is what the thing is. Oh, okay. So we haven't even touched the entrance yet. That is going to be interesting. All right, let's see. Can I get past this guy? There's another chest over here, so I do want to grab this. And we get a touch rune snare, extend conjure mage light. That's an interesting book. And we get a couple of other things here. Ooh, slow fall. And then also this scroll contains mysterious knowledge. That might be something worth using later on. All right, so with all of this, I guess it's now time to open the front door, say hi. Oh no, there's TNT in the walls. Wait, why is there TNT in the wall? Is it for this reason? Oh, we just sent them. Oh, that's so cool. So is there like create stuff built into this too? Because if this is from what mod I think it's from, I think there's going to be create stuff built in. All right, let's mine our way through. Oh, there is. This is so cool. Look at that. I thought I seen some create stuff. Apparently, we should be able to rotate this to do something. What is this rotating? I wonder what this... Oh, that's connected here. Oh, that's so cool. So we can lift it up. Oh, that's pretty neat. What about this? This is bound to have like some sort of mechanism, right? Oh, no, it just has a doorway there. 2 pathways in. Oh, there is. Oh, that opens it up like that. That's so neat. Yes, this is why I knew today was going to need an entire episode for this, because that's so cool. That is so cool that it does that. So we now need to explore up, apparently, but only after we loot, because I want to loot as much as I can. Oh, there's bound to be hidden chests, I'm sure, throughout this entire area. Oh, and I bet we're going to get ourselves some wither skeleton skulls. We've got to. The amount that we're going to be taking out. Surely we're going to find some. Oh, there's a whole bunch of chests. I mean, not all of the loot right here is that amazing, but I'm sure it only gets better the more we continue to loot. Oh, I can already tell I'm going to need to make trips back and forth from the base in here. By the way, if you pick this up with Silk Touch, you don't have to rename it. It'll actually retain its name. Yeah, we've already got 3 skulls and we've barely touched that place. All right, so I'm ready to see what is up top here. And am I going to be ready for this? I think so. Like, it seems like we're holding our own even without our gear being enchanted. This is just raw apotheosis gear that we have. And only 2 pieces. And of course, we also have our, which I think what's helping a ton is the 20% armor buff that we have on our shield. Oh man, those stats really, really bulk up our overall ability to take damage. Okay, so I think that's it for the middle floor. Oh, this is where all of the barrels are at. Okay, we might have to be a little bit like picky about what we're taking and what we're not. Yeah, a lot of this doesn't really seem that worth. A lot of junk. Maybe they're hiding the goods somewhere else. Surely they're hiding the goods. We'll take that gunpowder though. Actually, you know what? We don't even need the gunpowder. We have a mob farm. Okay. So not a whole lot down here. Hopefully this isn't a trick. Oh. This is an interesting one. Okay. I thought that guy was going to be a little bit tougher. Oh, there's some diamond gear. By the way, all this gear we can potentially scrap down. So I do want to take some of the gear, and I definitely want to take the jewels. That's only going to help with apotheosis down the road. All right, now, what's up top here? What are we going to discover? That's what I'm interested in seeing. All right, don't you do it. Okay, so we got more gems. Oh, we got a diamond pickaxe. Ooh, that's an epic. Then we have an apotheosis boss over here. I'm going to try and void this guy. Oh, that doesn't help. Anything else good? Okay, nothing really in that one. This area is cleared out. Oh, there was a... Okay, so that's a rare. Now let's see what's in this one. Come on, there's got to be something good. Come on. Okay, so honestly, not too crazy of loot. I thought it was going to be way more loot in here. Definitely wasn't. The doors opening, though, that's pretty epic. I will say that is awesome. Now, are there other chests sprawled about that I should be interested in? Because I don't see really any more. There's 3 spawners, though. That is a lot. Okay, so we have all of the spawners set out. Oh, there's another chest. Yeah, these chests have the loot in them. This is where all the loot is hanging out. All right, I'll take all of that. And now we should probably hunt for a bastion. Now, thankfully on the map, there was what looked like a bastion right nearby. So this is a bastion remnant. And I do want to take the gold that's up top here. So don't mind me, guys. We still have gold on, so everything but the brutes should leave us alone. I don't think, though, this is where we're going to find that template. Yeah, we need the bigger one. This one is definitely not it. But there are still chests that are sprawled out in here. It's just finding them are really hard in this. Oh, I bet this thing right here is an absolute trap waiting to get me. That would be awful, though, to lose everything. Surely not. There is a portal in here. Maybe that's what this is just obsidian? You know what? I'll take the obsidian, though. Like, it's just free obsidian hanging out in here. But, yes. Maybe there is more to this? I have no idea. Now, this on the map is one I'm looking for, but it is quite far away. It is over 2,000 meters away, and it was from whenever we were initially searching for a fortress. So, yes, that's going to be one trek. I should have enough energy to hopefully get me there, though. Oh, now this is cool. Oh, this is a boss. This is a Cataclysm boss. I'm not going to enter into that just yet. I will mark this, though, on the map. This is definitely something to come back to later. I'm pretty sure I might be able to defeat him, but Yeah, probably not a good idea. So here we are. This is it. This is the place that we need to find. And we found it. Okay, so there should be more gold on this as well that we should be able to take from. Not a lot, but there is gold up here. But we need to be careful of these guys. I kind of, though, want to see how much damage do they deal. Oh, boy. Okay. So they deal quite a bit of damage. So we need to be very quick and nimble. Woohoo! Yeah, we need to be very quick on our feet when it comes to this place. All right. So right down in the center is where we need to go. And what I'm hoping for is a smithing template. So this is only found here, and this is going to be one of the only ways now in this version of Minecraft that we can actually make netherite tools. So we're going to need this thing, and it's found at the bottom of this. With flight, though, this should be a pretty trivial task. This should be very, very trivial for us. Let's see if we can't get these guys maybe over here. Also, we don't take any damage in lava, which is kind of cool. But yeah, these guys should be pretty easy to take out. And then that should solve our problem. There is a spawner over there for these guys, though. That probably should be removed. Even though I think, actually, this is for magma cream. The magma cream aren't bothering me, though. We should be good. We just need to get these guys sorted down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And then in that chest is something that we need. In these chests. There it is. A smithing template. So this is perfect. Oh, and we also got this. Increases the wearer's maximum health. It's a charm. And another smithing template. Hey, you get back. Another smithing template. So this is perfect. This is all great loot. Get back, you fiend. And then we can also get netherite potentially from this. And then I also want to grab all of this gold, because that is just free. Super free. Yeah, this. Okay. Yeah. We can loot so fast with the jetpack. It is almost unfair feeling. Just right over here are two chests that might have free ancient debris in them, which are not ancient debris. Well, it might have ancient debris. No, it should have netherite scrap, I think. Oh, not lucky. Not lucky in here. But we do know a way that we could potentially farm up some ancient debris. And this guy does not look like my friend. Not in the slightest. Yup, I knew it. I knew it. Got him. Oh, wait. What are these? Oh, whoa. Whoa, okay. Like when you knock it out, it literally spawns in those things. That's kind of cool. So now that we have a template, we should have the ability to make more templates. That is pretty nice. But there is still more we have to do. We still need to find netherite. Netherite is a very important part of this pack. It's what's going to allow us to mine all the modium whenever we do find some. Now, here's the kicker. We're going to have to go find at least one piece, I believe, of ancient debris. So we still have to go underground and mine a little bit for it. It would have been nice if we would have found it, but I did not find it in any of the bastions, so mining we're going to have to do. Now, I thought it would be a good place for us to get back to our base to put it here. I thought this would be a kind of a cool spot. It's like in the middle of this like spired tower. And so this is going to allow us to get back, and then we can come back and start hunting. Now let's look back at our quest, because this is kind of what we're working towards, right? This ended up giving us redstone site. This is actually something that I want to work towards, and that is the ore site. So we need ender powder, and we also need ore powders. So this is something that we're going to have to work towards. And what I want to do is I want to be able to farm up the ability for us to see ancient debris. Now, what we needed to go through is the mod called Potion Master. And you can do this for any of the ores, I do believe. And it's going to allow us to pretty much X-ray through the ground. And now that we have access to this, we can also make charms that allow us to sort of activate when needed our potion ability. So all of this stuff is fairly easy to craft. And we're just going to need some bricks, it looks like. But the main thing we're going to need is at least one netherite scrap. I don't know if I have one. Actually, I might actually have one. I do? Okay, so we must have gotten this through some of our loot somewhere. Somewhere we ended up finding this. But I do have at least one. So actually, we might just have the ability right away without even needing to find some. Now, I know you may be wondering, Chosen, why do you even need to go through this? And I have mentioned that we need it in order to unlock the allthemodium stuff. Now, why do we need allthemodium? Well, we have to be able to mine allthemodium once we do find some, which we can find it in a deep, dark biome. But allthemodium, once we have it, unlocks several amazing mods. It is kind of what's gating the majority of the really good miners and things like that in the pack, such as a builder and many other amazing tools. So a push for it early on is going to be definitely worth it. With all that in mind, this is starting to seem a lot more worth it. And now we have ourselves one netherite powder, and then we just need to simply smelt that one powder. And that one smelting powder should get us some stuff. Now, this is going to give us an uncommon loot. Ooh, we got some Imperium essence. That's actually kind of nice. And so once this is smelted up, right, that is going to allow us to make a potion with it. I do have a brewing stand, so let's set up the potion. One thing to note when making this potion is it does require a mundane potion in order to initially make this. So something like redstone is something that's able to do this, so you don't actually need nether wart in order to do this. However, you do need blaze, so at that point you might as well have nether wart. So this is going to get that done, and then we just need to put this in, and that should make us a netherite sight. Now, we then should be able to take that netherite sight and craft it into a netherite charm. There we go, netherite sight. We have our brewery done. Our first potion is an X-ray potion. Isn't that funny? All right, and this is all we need. Oh, that's weird. It actually does not like crafting it that way. So let's craft it here. And we'll craft that together, and we'll get a charm of netherite sight. And the cool thing is we should be able to put enchants on this. So for example, you can put unbreaking on it, but you cannot put mending on it. That's the only problem. However, there are things in this mod that can make it absolutely unbreakable. So there are definitely ways around this, including from the mod Apotheosis itself, which you can actually infuse with 100 levels and a pretty maxed out setup with your enchanting tables in order to get this. There is a much easier way to get this though, and we're going to work on that a little bit later on. So I'm working on my way down to the appropriate level, which is like Y level 15. And look at these things. What? Why are there nether fish? No. Who thought this was a good idea? Evilcraft, we don't need this. I mean, it does make the name, the name makes sense, but still, we don't need this. So here we are underground, and all I need to do is activate this, and we can now see where the netherite's at. And I can make sure to turn it back off, but just right over here, on this line, along this line here, that should be exactly where it's at. So toggling it on and off every now and then is going to be a pretty good thing. That way we don't use up all of it. Of course, I want to save as much as I can. But yes, there should be some literally right here. Oh boy, this makes it so nice. It does feel like cheating. Honestly, this is exactly what actual X-ray looks like, but we're being given it because, well, we had to work a little bit for it, right? So under this block, as you see, is ancient debris. Oh, that's so powerful. So now that I have just a couple of ancient debris, I do want to process these, and there is a way that we can process them that will have a slight chance. I think it's a 75% chance of getting an extra one, and that is going to be to squeeze this. So we should be able to use a squeezer from Integrated Dynamics, and it may seem a little odd, but this is one way that we can do this. So let's actually grab a pressure plate. Doesn't really matter what it is, but we can go ahead and do this, place down a pressure plate, and we can jump on this. So when we jump on this, it will lower it down. And then whenever we hit this, it will reset it. The cool thing is we can actually place this in, and then we can jump on it a few times. A little harder with the jetpack. We can turn that off. And it should give us, yeah, there it is. It should give us our scrap. So instead of smelting it, we can do it this way. If we turn off our bag, let's go ahead and place this in. Let's try one more time, because there's a chance to actually get more than just what we have. Let's put this here. And there we go. We got 2. So we got 2 out of this single. So this is actually a pretty decent early game way of getting more out of your ancient debris. We just got 5. So are we going to get enough? I mean, we need 8 technically. So there's 7. So yes, we actually have enough. Even though we only had 5 on us, we have enough for 2, which is perfect. Now we have 9. So there we go. Now this is going to be perfect. This should allow us to make a netherite pick. And I do want a very specific normal vanilla netherite pick just to make sure that I can mine the Aldemodium stuff. And so all we need to do is have at least 1, and we should have some diamond picks just lurking about. Maybe some that have some nice stuff on it. This has 17% mining speed. This one has a radial. This tool will break a 5x3 area. Whoa. Okay. That is kind of ridiculous. And also gives you 41% experience gained and 24% mining speed. That is a crazy pickaxe. It's a little overkill for what we need, though. I do not want to go that crazy. This has unusing on it, so it'll prevent you from totally breaking it. And it has a 22% mining speed boost, which I don't think is all that bad. So we could potentially grab this. So with all of our new equipment, we can finally use this in 120 and upgrade our tools. So smithing template, this, with the netherite, and then our pick, and that should carry over the 22 speed, and we now have ourselves a pick. Now, the best thing to put on this is probably going to be fortune, because the more fortune we have, the more we'll actually get out of the Aldemodium ore, which we're going to go hunting for potentially next episode. Now, I do want to pump the brakes just a bit and finish up our mob farm. If you remember last episode, we were kind of missing a few things that we needed from the nether, and we actually just got all of the things we need. And believe it or not, look who showed up. I ended up capturing the wandering trader that had this crazy trade of just Eyes of Ender. Like, that's the things that we needed. And this guy just happened to have them. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. You can actually pick these guys up. And if they have a nice trade, you can at least save them until you have enough emeralds to grab them. But yeah, Eyes of Ender, just for free. It's awesome. Now, this one thing pretty much solves 2 of our problems. Being able to make an absorption hopper allows us to pick up the experience, allowing us to leave our mob farm running. And we can also now send items and experience to the 2 containers immediately. So no longer do we need this right here, the basic item collector. Instead, we can just utilize the absorption hopper, and we can have that placed right here. And then on the west side, we want to set this to item. And that means on the east side, we want this set to fluids. Or actually, no, the other side. We want the north side to be set to fluids. And that should send the experience that it collects, that builds up in here, should automatically convert them and send them right into the crystal. So I hope. As I haven't really gotten to test that fully, but I think this automatically converts. Make sure our magnet is off, so that way this can automatically collect. And we can actually see the area that it is collecting in. And what I typically like to do is I like to make this area actually fit exactly in. And that makes it a little bit nicer like that. So I don't have to worry about accidentally tossing in items and it ends up going in my mob farm and getting voided or some weird thing like that. Now I am noticing something that this is actually not picking up the levels. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to place an XP tap on here. And funny enough, this should drain the XP. And I noticed that this will actually pick up experience automatically. So long as it has the ability, I think, to pick up the XP, it will. Right? Maybe not. You would think it would, but it's not? Ah, okay. So it actually is. So it is actually picking it up. I went ahead just to prevent the weirdness that was happening. I just placed it underneath the XP tap, and it now appears like it is collecting all of the experience that's dropped on it. I pulled all the levels out, and we can notice the levels rising. So that is just a simple solution to that weird problem. Now, the only other item definitely worth grabbing is going to be the Ender Inhibitor, just to prevent the mobs that can teleport from teleporting. And we should be able to apply that right here and make sure it's on. And that should prevent Endermen from just randomly teleporting through our base if they take damage. Probably like this guy. This is absolutely perfect. A blue moon just rose up, and that means we're feeling a little bit lucky. And I believe that what this does is it gives us +1 luck. And I think that luck should help us find more things in chests. And now because we have a jetpack, this should be crazy. At the beginning, we ended up finding this giant floating ship. And I kind of want to fly over to it and see if we can't kind of grab some of the loot that's inside of it. I know that the mobs are probably going to be a bit overwhelming, but we should be able to grab at least something. Aha! Here it is. So yes, these will have some pretty dangerous mobs, but I'm hoping I can rush in real quick and grab some loot. There's a netherite! There's straight up netherite. Is that what we just got? We just got a netherite ingot. All of that just to find it while looting. This is why I say though, looting is insane in this pack. Absolutely insanity. Let's grab all of this and just dart. This is just amazing. The fact that you can find all of this stuff like this. I think doesn't this have access in the back? Oh, it does. It does have access in the back. Now, I'm afraid of some of these mobs because they can be quite potent. So if we can potentially, I don't know, mosey our way in to this area. This has a microphone. Yeah, this is a lot of mobs. There's a lot of mobs. A lot of mobs there too. Okay. But our looting rolls are increased. I think though we did find some of the major ones, some of the major chests, but there are a ton of chests throughout this ship. A ton. So what a journey. If we take a look at all of our materials, I cannot believe we just got a netherite ingot after farming all of the stuff to get the netherite ingot. I mean, we needed a smithing anyways, and we needed access to all of the materials that we found inside of the nether. But, and I know we're going to probably find more tools and things like that when we get access to the end. But yeah, we did find some blazing materials, so kind of got an idea of what sort of spawns in those upper chests. So you can get netherite right away. And you can also get some of the materials that you have to go to the nether for if you're willing enough to go up in those. But you can get a jetpack really early on. And so this wouldn't be too difficult to obtain, I think, even earlier than I did. So with all of that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you learned something new. I know it was quite chaotic, but there was a lot of information packed in these episodes, and that's just it's much that way with all episodes. Let's be fair. I try my best to pack as much information into them as possible, and I hope you guys appreciate that. The best way to show that is by clicking that subscribe button and ringing that beautiful notification bell if you haven't already, and giving this video a thumbs up. Guys, I thank you so very much, and I do also want to thank my amazing supporter of today's episode. And that is going to be a huge thanks that's going out to Friends of Enemy? Yeah, Friends of Enemy. Thank you so much for your amazing support, by the way, over on the Discord, becoming a Discord premium member and supporting in one of the best ways possible. Guys, it's the end. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye!